This is an optional video for exercise 2F question 12. It was created to help students understand how to create and construct question 12 in their text. Good luck. Okay, exercise 2F question 12 asks us to look at the diagram in question 7, which shows an acute angle. Now, I hadn't made a video on question 7, but question 7 is about bisecting an angle, and I did create a video on that. So you can always go back and have a look at how to bisect, which means cut in half, an angle. Now this is an acute angle, which means that it's smaller than 90 degrees. And question 12 wants us to consider the idea of bisecting an obtuse angle. They want us to ask us if we think it's possible, and if so, how would we do it? Well, here is an obtuse angle, and I'm going to show you that you can indeed cut it in half, and it's done with the same method. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my compass to a point, so that when I draw my lines, my arcs, they will go in front of, or at least in the middle somewhere, of my angle. So this is big enough. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to put my point at the vertex O. And I'm going to draw two lines. I'm going to draw an arc here, and I'm also going to draw an arc on the line OB, right there. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from my new intercepts, which is right here, and I'm going to draw an arc in front of my angle. And where that line cuts will bisect this angle exactly in half. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get out a protractor and I'm not going to measure this. I know that in fact that this has bisected it. What you can do is when you do your construction, you can draw it yourself and you can measure it up yourself. But these two angles here, which I'll call X and Y, they will equal each other. Okay, I made a little bit of a mistake, so you might see some bit of a jump in the video, but I wanted to show you a really good way of bisecting a reflex angle with no errors in it. So first of all, I'm going to need to construct my reflex angle, which is pretty easy. I just construct an acute angle. So there's an acute angle, and instead of thinking about this angle in here, I'm actually going to go on around the outside of it. So I'll just draw an arrow going around the outside. Now I want to cut this angle in half out this way, and I better call this AOB as well. So here's A, here's O, and here's B, just so I can name it. I'll put some arrows on the end. Now in order to do this, I'm going to do it exactly the same way that I would bisect an acute angle. I put my compass at the vertex at O, and I draw two arcs that cut my lines AO and BO. And then at my new intercepts, that's the points where they cross, I'm going to draw another pair of arcs in front of this angle and down here. Now, don't fret. I know you're thinking probably that, oh, that was exactly the same thing that we did with question 7, or we did when we bisected the angle. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to line up my vertex and my cross, which would cut this angle in half. But instead of drawing in here, I'm just going to draw past my vertex O out here. And this now here, this angle here is exactly the same size as this angle here, because I've bisected my reflex angle. And that's how you bisect it. Time for you now to go and try exercise 2 of question 12 and answer any questions that they might have, as well as doing the constructions.